Hi, I'm A.C.Strange and this is Bad Movie Show, episode 51, The Guys with Weird Problems Show. Now, I've done a lot of girl-themed shows, My Female Psychos, a sick chick flick, but I've never done anything for the fellas. So this one's dedicated to all my weird guys with problems. It's the Guys with Weird Problems Show. The one thing that all three of these movies have in common is that they all star three really nice, normal guys that have incredibly weird problems that changes everything for them. Here we go. Let's get started, okay? First up, we have Horns. 2014, rated R, Anchor Bay Entertainment, screenplay by Keith Bunn, directed by Alejandro Aja, or Aya, or Aja. I'm covering all my bases there. Starring Daniel Radcliffe with Juno Temple, David Morse, and Heather Graham. Now, Ig Parrish is the #1 suspect in his girlfriend Merrin's murder. The whole town hates him. And after a night of heavy drinking and cursing God, he wakes up with horns. He's completely freaked out and goes to the doctor and finds out that he has powers. He can make people tell him their deepest, darkest secret and act out on them. He uses his brand new powers to find out who killed Merrin and why. Now, Ig is very different from Harry Potter, but he still has something going on with his forehead, and he's very good with snakes. This is dark, sexy, mean, very like a Needful Things meets Twilight. The biggest surprise is how sexy it is. I'm going to give this a 3.5 and a C. I dug this movie. It was cool. Like I said, I didn't expect this. Daniel Radcliffe, the Harry Potter, walking around with snakes and horns, looking all kinds of yummy. But I thought it was cool. Next up, I have TUSK, rated R, 2014, Lionsgate Films, written and directed by Kevin Smith, starring Michael Parks, Justin Long, Haley Joel Osment, and Genesis Rodriguez. We have Wallace Brighton, who is a pet podcaster, and he goes to Canada to follow a story that he's supposed to do an interview with, and it never happened. Wallace is pissed off, and he finds a letter from a man named Howard Howe, who's very lonely, and is willing to tell his stories about his life at sea for some companionship. So Wallace goes to Pippi Hill, Howard's home, to find out more about him. He gets drugged and wakes up without one of his legs. Howard tells him a whole bunch of bull until he announces that he fully intends to turn Wallace into a walrus. Now, Wallace's partner Teddy and his girlfriend Allie are looking for him and meet up with an inspector who's hunting for a serial killer who turns his victims into monsters. So this is slow but shocking, and it's all about the acting, honey. All about the acting, all about the dialogue, all about the monologues. It is a little long, but you have to pay attention, and it's worth it because the acting is everything. Michael Parks shows that he is really one of the greatest actors, exclamation point. This is disturbing, has the saddest ending I've ever seen in a movie, and made me weep. I mean weep, gigantic tears, weeping at the end. I'm going to give this a 4.5 and a buy it. Okay? That final image, I still cannot get it out of my head. And, Kevin Smith, he's known for his comedies, but he knows how to press those buttons, hon. He knows how to get in there and get disturbing. And he does not disappoint with TUSK. Okay? 4.5 and a buy it. Next, last but certainly not least, we have Bad MILO. 2013, unrated magnet releasing. Written by Benjamin Hayes and Jacob Vaughn, directed by Jacob Vaughn, starring Ken Marino, Gillian Jacobs, Patrick Warburton, and Peter Stormare. Now, Duncan he has stress issues, and because of it, he has a growth in his pooper that he has to get removed. Okay? His life sucks. His job sucks. Okay? He gets a promotion, but he has to fire people, and his office is moved into a bathroom, which he has to share with this horrible QB mate. He calls him QB. It's just, he's horrible. He's also being pressured by his wife, his mother, and his mother's younger husband to have a baby, and Duncan he just can't do it. He's stressed to the guilt. Anyway, to deal with this stress, he goes to an unorthodox therapist / hypnotist, Dr. Oliver Highsmith. Okay? Now, after one night of Duncan having a terrible, terrible stomach ache, he passes out. His QB gets attacked by a rabid raccoon, among other people that have upset Duncan. Now, he is very, very concerned and goes to Dr. Highsmith and has him put him under hypnosis. And during the hypnosis, a demon-like thing crawls out of his ass and runs out and kills some more people that upset Duncan. Dr. Highsmith tells him that that thing is a physical manifestation of Duncan's anger and rage, and he should try to bond with it. So Duncan names him MILO. Now, as the raccoon attacks keep happening, he decides to make amends with his estranged father, which ends up being a gigantic pain in the ass. Now, this is freaky and very original, kind of bizarre. The thing that stands out in this movie is Ken Marino's acting. Okay? You feel so bad for him, hon. You feel for him. He's sweaty, he's grunty, he's just a mess. And in part of it, he's covered in dirt, and you're like, oh, he smells just coming on the screen. Does a great job. And really, I could think of a lot worse problems than having a demon crawl out of my ass and kill my enemies. It would make a lot of sense with my stomach issues for myself. But yes, I'm going to give this a 4, a buy it, and a bad movie gold star. Yes! Demon crawling out of your ass! That deserves it. And I gotta tell you something funny, okay? My best friend Peaches has the exact opposite of movie taste than I do. So one day she called me, she's like, Ed, I saw the worst movie I ever seen. Bad Milo, it was terrible. I bought it that week. 4 bite and a bad movie gold star. Guys, what do you think about tonight's segment? Do you think I should do it again? Do you know any movies that fit the mold of guys with weird problems? Because I'm going to do this again. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, watch more movies. I'm A.C.Strange, and this is the Bad Movie Show. Good night.